Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our virtual magnet and CTE Expo. My name is Kara Merrill. I am the Lockhart magnet lead. On our screen here, we have some basic information of Lockhart. So I've included our address. For your knowledge, we are just a few miles north of the historic Ybor City. So we are really located in the heart of Tampa. I've also included my contact information, both my email and phone number. All this information will also be found in our chat that Miss Addington is moderating for us. So I want to take the chance to welcome Miss Addington. She is our gifted teacher, resource teacher here at Lockhart. She has been at Lockhart for many years, I think 16, right, Miss Addington?
You know what? It hasn't been that long, but it's like I felt like I was already at Lockhart before it's been about 10. But
10
like
years. Okay.
I feel like my heart has always been at Lockhart, and because it was the vision of the school I always wanted to work at.
Yeah. So she, a fun fact, she was Lockhart's first magnet lead when they became a STEM engineering school. Also with us tonight, we have our principal, Miss Garcia, and our assistant principal, Miss Edwards. So we are so thankful for you guys joining us and for the support that you give us with this magnet program. Another piece of information that I love to share is that Miss Edwards, her son attended magnet schools as a Hillsborough County student, and he's off being extremely successful in college. But she knows from personal and firsthand experience of what the magnet programs here in Hillsborough County can do for our students. So again,
both my kids are magnet students. And
absolutely, yeah. Thank you.
Of course, they went to school with mommy every day, and they absolutely loved it. I'm gonna tell you, it costs a lot of money, the private schools, and they don't even offer. I'm not gonna say negative things about private schools, but I'm gonna say it's amazing what the public school system has done with magnet schools, because they offer so many opportunities during the regular school day that it's just amazing what they've done with the opportunities. And every time I talk to parents about, hey, you've got to check out magnet schools, and then what's a magnet school, and I tell them, they're like, wow, that's amazing, you have to pay for that? I'm like, no, it's part of the regular curriculum that's embedded into the school. So it's worth checking out. Even if you are looking at Lockhart or whatever school you're looking at, it's a great opportunity to check out and see.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Addington. So I'm going to move into some quick facts about Lockhart. These are just the general questions that parents often ask first to make sure that these basic needs are being met for their family as for their decision of what magnet program to select. So we are a K-5 elementary school. We do offer a Head Start program, a VPK program. They are not part of the magnet family in the sense that you don't have to go through the application process for your child to attend either of those programs. It's a separate registration process, but they are on site, which is very nice for families that want to keep all of their kids at the same school. Our magnet program is Project Lead the Way. It is a school-wide program, so students kindergarten through 5th grade all participate in it. We do participate in the magnet bus transportation. It's available to students in grades 1st through 5th grade. Kindergartners may participate in the transportation as long as they have an older sibling that is attending the same school. The transportation does require students to transfer between buses, so that can be very overwhelming for kindergartners. So as long as they have an older sibling that they can walk with and be guided with, they are very successful on that. Our student hours are 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We do have students wear uniforms. It is simply a hunter green or maroon collared shirt with khaki or navy blue pants or shorts. And we do offer a host program both before and after school that's right on site. So we have 2 school tours available to our families. Our extended version, it's about 4.5 minutes, is accessible through our school website. I have our school web address here at the top of the screen. I encourage you all to check it out. Our engineers created this at the beginning of 2020 before we knew much about COVID. And so if you're like me and you see things where students are very close together and without masks, it just seems really wrong to us right now. So we, again, encourage you to check this out, but our engineers wanted to create one that was more of what you would see if you were able to come onto our campus right now. And just, for purpose's sake, we do have the students wearing the mask and participating in that social distancing aspect. So while they continue to collaborate one-on-one and in small groups at a safe distance, all of their materials and the supplies that they use throughout their collaboration process are going to be individual. And they wanted to show families that we are able to still implement all of our learning just at a more modified level this year. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you all. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and then I'll have to reshare it. Okay. All right.
Well, hi there. I'm so glad you can stop by Lockhart Magnet Elementary. I would like to introduce myself. I am a 4th grade Lockhart Cougar, and I will be your tour guide. So you're probably wondering, what makes Lockhart so special? Well, the Project Leadaway Lab, of course.
All right. So that was just a short little glimpse of Lockhart life. I know Ms. Addington will touch on this in a little bit when she joins in our conversation, but we find it to be incredibly important for our students to be hands-on and in charge of the direction of their learning. So with these videos, they come up with the concept and the script, and we are really just there to facilitate the filming of it. So
You're just inspired.
yeah.
You know, when you go to certain places in your life and you feel like people, not only the teachers believe in the students, you know, when you feel believed in and you excel and you reach your ultimate, you know, your ultimate level of like where you can be. And at Lockhart, it's pretty easy to be there because we have so many great resources and we have such a great program. The students come there because of it. And I really think it's important as a parent to take your child to see, you know, have your child, not take your child. It used to be, I would say, bring your child and really as a magnet lead, it's really a kind of about, you know, selling it to the kids because they're the one that has to be there every day. And then you as the parent are there, of course, to oversee everything. But once they see the videos, have them look and see and compare and say, hey, what do you think? And see what kind of speaks to them. Because once your child, I've seen kids that love Lockhart and love what the program is and love the science and the engineering. It's kind of a no-brainer, you know, as far as what school to pick for them when they find the best match, whatever magnet school that might be. And they take ownership. And that all of those videos that you just saw were all inspired by the kids, designed by them. They set everything up, and I just made sure that they were safe for our situation at school, and I moved some tables around, and they set everything up. So it's really about what inspires them.
Thank you. Yeah. And so again, there we have an extended version, which I'm happy to play at the end of our presentation that gives more of a virtual tour of what you would see on campus as well. But that is also available on our school website. Just visit that and click this image down at the bottom. It says check out our virtual tour, and definitely sit down with your students and watch it with them and see if it's something that they want to participate in. So in the video, you did see our Project Lead the Way lab in various different simulations that the students were demonstrating for our short tour video. So Project Lead the Way is a national STEM engineering program, and we are the only elementary school in Hillsborough County that has implemented the curriculum. So students K through 5 participate in our school. And as you can see in our calendar here on the right side of the screen, each week grade level has dedicated time in that lab. And so how we've integrated this into our curriculum is taking our science standards that are given to us by the state and marrying them with the curriculum provided to us by Project Lead the Way. So the simulations will instruct students through the same standards that they would have at any Hillsborough County school. They just get to learn it in a more hands-on and creative manner, student-led manner, which is great. The teacher's really the facilitator in the classroom, where it's student-led, student hands-on. We do have 2 middle schools with Project Lead the Way curriculum and 1 high school. So there is a tremendous pathway for students interested in engineering and that have loved and want to continue to participate in Project Lead the Way. You know, it gets them through 12th grade and on a great trajectory for college or career readiness. Beyond our Project Lead the Way program, we have many other hands-on activities and clubs that the students participate in throughout the day while at Lockhart. One of those areas is our sustainable gardens. We do have a hydroponics lab and an aquaponics lab. These gardens are referred to as urban gardens because it allows for the growth of vegetation without the use of soil or mass quantities of land. So our students practice growing vegetables, herbs, as well as flowering plants in our gardens in various ways. What I love about this is that students are getting to experience these urban gardens that, you know, they could see the sustainability that they provide, and it's something that they can take on with them anywhere they may end up in their future endeavors. We really believe, you know, what we're implementing being things that students can take with them and really apply to real world scenarios in the future. So those are just some images of our students hard at work. Aquaponics also lends itself to them testing water temperature, the pH, making sure that the water is healthy for the fish that provide the fertilization for the plants. And they really get to see the sustainability of it, that we never have to add water to our aquaponics because the filter system is set up so that it just keeps a constant cycle around.
Also, they have the opportunity to collect data and
Yes.
analyze it. And the great thing about being at Lockhart is because of our program being so embedded into our existing curriculum, students already know the importance of being a scientific science and, you know, calculating your data and analyzing it. It's not just about writing it down, and they really take ownership over it. And also it's just the fact that they have responsibility for something and are part of something bigger than themselves. And actually we grow plants in there, Miss Merrill, for our mentors, right?
Yes. Yep. So we coined our gardens as grow to give. So a lot of the vegetables are used in staff salads. We grow succulents. We've given those to our mentors, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But it's a way to give back to our community that doesn't require money. It just, you know, time and treasure is what the students are able to give back to them. So it's a really full circle in so many different ways. So I want to just touch on some highlights that we were able to experience just in the 1920 school year, albeit it was short on site. You know, we had some great challenges towards the end of the year that we've overcome, but we still were able to celebrate all of our successes. We are a magnet school of distinction, which we wear that badge with great pride, and we're always looking to maintain that status. We're a Golden School Award, which is awarded to schools with tremendous volunteer hours that are accumulated. So we have over 2,000 hours of volunteer each year, which is wonderful. Our drumline and our color guard program was awarded an exemplary involvement award both here at the district and state levels. We have a mentor program that was awarded the Champion for Education Award at the district level. We had several county STEM fair winners, including Best Affair, which if you're in the STEM world, that is such a big highlight of achievement. And you can see our young student Yasiel with his trophy, and our superintendent Davis and our former superintendent Akins. So that was a really special moment to share it with both of those gentlemen. And then we had a Florida Lego League junior team that were able to be our district winners. And had we gone to states in May, I know we would have placed really well in there. Ms. Addington, before I move on, did you want to talk about STEM Fair at all? Miss
Yes,
Addison's
I do.
very
And
passionate.
it's a really it really lends itself very very nicely and easily into our Project Lead the Way curriculum, because the labs, sorry, I just saw it in certain, okay, the labs that we expose our students to, uh, it it gives them a sense of ownership and independence, so that they begin to think about, how can I make a difference in the world as a little kid, and they start to think outside the box. That's really what it is. It's about exposure. And so, because of our Project Lead the Way labs and curriculum, it really lends itself to students exploring, and we support that because we're a Project Lead the Way school, them extending to how to solve problems in the real world through scientific, scientific experimentation. So we've had all of our students, when they do their, our whole school participates in STEM fair. The students that really want to pursue it and take that extra step, they research real world projects, and that they're going to make a difference, and not just your everyday science fair projects. So it's a great place to be, because we have hydroponics, we have aquaponics, we have a lot of like Project Lead the Way engineering lab, robotics, and all of our teachers support our students in exploring different options and ways to solve real world problems through their own exploration and their own investigations. And our projects stand out at Lockhart.
Absolutely. The students come up with the ideas, and we are there just to help them facilitate it. And, one of my favorite ones was solving world hunger through the propagation of succulents. So, I mean, what students can connect with our curriculum to the real world problems is just really inspiring to see.
Well, actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because you said that about drumline. When that student said, they even catch us at times. The little girl said, "I would like to solve world hunger," and I'm like, "Well, honey, I mean, that's kind of a big problem to solve, and how do you think you're going to do that?" And I kind of was like, it's just a big problem. And then she said, "Well, what about, with in other countries with succulents, growing them in like places that don't have soil and deserts?" And I'm like, "Okay." And like, "Where are you going with this?" And she's like, "Well, you could grow succulents in those places that have deserts and sand, right? And they're edible succulents." And I'm like, "Thank you very much." And there we go. Yeah. So she did. She found a way to do it. And I think it's like we all learn from we're a learning community at Lockhart. We all learn from each other all the time. And the Project Lead the Way is kind of like the foundation that sets the foundation for kids to say, "Hey, guess what? I have an idea, and it is possible, and here's my evidence for it." And because the structure of the curriculum provides that, our kids actually surprise us in many ways all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you for sharing your input and your experience with STEM Fair with our students. So we've really given you a strong overview of our STEM and engineering program and our successes. But at Lockhart, we also really reach to lend ourselves to the whole child. So with that, we have several programs, two of them that I want to highlight, one being our Lunch and Learn Mentor Program. This program is near and dear to my heart. It has been in implementation at Lockhart for 7 years. And as you can see on the screen, we have a tremendous group of mentors that come weekly to Lockhart to meet with their mentees during a lunch period, where they talk about college and career readiness, academics, growth, just support either academically or behaviorally, and really just being another trusted adult in the lives of our students that can help them form the confidence to achieve whatever they would like in the future, whether it be short term in achieving higher grades each quarter, to long term of thinking, what do they want to be when they get older, and what are the steps that they need to be taking throughout middle school and high school and college, or to get college and career ready. Many of our mentors start with students in second grade, and they continue to meet with them all the way through fifth grade. So fifth grade is a little bit of a heartbreaking year because that's where their journey ends. But our mentors stick around to get a new group of students to mentor throughout the years. So we have a great community involvement at Lockhart, that they have no ties other than they just want to be there and want to support our students. And I firmly believe that's why the district selected them for the Champion for Education Award last year. Like I said, they donate over 2,000 volunteer hours every year. And the students really just form the best bonds and relationships with their mentors. Another program that I wanted to highlight is our drumline and color guard. So I know what you're thinking, elementary students and a drum line, lots of noise going lots of directions. And I have to tell you, the first time I heard them, our drum line, I get absolute goosebumps. And I continue to get goosebumps each year. They are so dedicated and disciplined when it comes to this drum line. They just take such pride in their work and their efforts, and it's really wonderful to see. And you can, I think, just even see it in their images here on the screen. It is a free program that is offered to our students, that is put on by our awesome music teacher, Mr. Lyons, and he does it all on volunteer. So the students are in 3rd through 5th grade. And when there are 2nd grade students that show that interest in the drums, he always welcomes them in as well. They practice 4 to 5 days a week. They participate in many community events. In fact, if you've been to any that are listed on the screen, you 100% have seen Lockhart perform. And I feel that they would give any high school drumline some competition. And they often perform at a lot of the high school football games. So what I love most about this program is it provides our students with free music education and allows them to give back to the community that serves them so well. And they just love the participation aspect of that. A lot of time, a lot of hours, dedication go into this program. So I think that they are very deserving of their district and state award that they received.
And it makes us a true STEAM school. Maybe
Yes.
you've never heard of STEAM, STEAM. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, which is a very challenging thing to balance. But thanks to our staff and our program, we have all of those.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, we just really work towards, connecting to the whole child. We love our STEM and engineering aspect of it, but the whole child is what's most important to us. So I know time we're running short on. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat and we can address them, or feel free to reach out to me via email or through phone. We can go old school or new school on Zoom. We can set up a time to talk. We just really appreciate you being here tonight and hearing our presentation. And we hope that you will go to our school website and check out our extended version of our school tour, because it really gives you a full visual of what Lockhart's all about. So again, thank you for being here. We hope you guys have a